Good evening. Welcome to Election Night in America 2020. Tonight is November 3rd, 2020, and today we have Representative Tulsi Gabbard from the great state of Hawaii going against, of course, the incumbent Republican President Donald Trump, now vying for a second term. It is now the top of the hour at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have polls from the states of Kentucky, South Carolina, Georgia, Indiana, Vermont, and Virginia. The first call is from the state of Kentucky, a solid Republican state, 8 electoral votes landing in the Donald Trump column. Donald Trump also carries the state of South Carolina, 9 electoral votes, adding into the GOP numbers. The state of Indiana, where Vice President Mike Pence is from, he served as the governor here. The state of Indiana goes to Donald Trump, 11 electoral votes. Out of the state of Vermont, Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner here. No real surprise here. And the state of Virginia, as expected, one of the first swing states tonight, too close to call. With 9% of precincts reporting, Tulsi Gabbard leads by 6%. The state of Georgia is also too close to call, Donald Trump having a 15% lead, but only 2% of precincts in, which means we cannot make a very clear distinction at this hour. And on our current electoral map, Donald Trump leads with an early start with 28 electoral votes to Tulsi Gabbard's 3. It is now time for our 7:30 p.m. poll closings from the states of West Virginia, Ohio, and North Carolina. The state of West Virginia, as expected, Donald Trump is the projected winner of their 5 electoral votes. The state of North Carolina is currently too close to call with 15 electoral votes at stake, 19% of precincts reporting a difference of a mere 2%. The state of Ohio is also too close to call, 18 crucial electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard narrowly leads Donald Trump. On our current electoral map, Donald Trump is now at 33 electoral votes, and Tulsi Gabbard remains at 3. It is now the top of the hour at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have a number of polls that are closing. If we look, it ranges all the way from Maine, all the way down to Florida, all the way over to Oklahoma. The state of Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. Donald Trump will also carry the state of Missouri, and it's 10 electoral votes. There was a little bit of discussion about this state becoming a swing state in the 2020 election, and it did not come true. Donald Trump wins this at the top of the hour, right on poll closing time. The state of Mississippi, 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. Out of the state of Alabama, as expected, 9 electoral votes to go to Donald Trump at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, though there is a very interesting Senate race going on at this moment that is currently too close to call. The state of Tennessee, 11 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. The volunteer state goes to Donald Trump yet again. The state of Illinois, 20 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. No real surprise there. Tulsi Gabbard also carries the state of Maryland, and it's 10 electoral votes, a very liberal state. Out of the state of Delaware, 3 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. Tulsi Gabbard will also carry the District of Columbia with its 3 electoral votes, the most liberal part of the United States. State of New Jersey, 14 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. Again, no real surprises here. These are predominantly Democratic states. The state of Connecticut now joining the Tulsi Gabbard camp with 7 electoral votes to add to her numbers. Tulsi Gabbard will also carry the state of Rhode Island, and it's 4 electoral votes. The state of Massachusetts has 11 electoral votes now being awarded to Representative Gabbard, and she will also carry the state of Maine with all 4 of its electoral votes, effectively switching back the Maine 2nd Congressional District. The state of New Hampshire, now at poll closing time, will go to Tulsi Gabbard. This is very interesting considering it is typically a swing state, now going to Tulsi Gabbard at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Out of the state of Pennsylvania, it is too early to call. This does not mean that this state is necessarily too close to call. We just do not have enough information to make a clear characterization at this point in time. The state of Florida, however, is always too close to call every election season, whether it's midterms or a presidential election. Too close to call. Out of the state of Florida, 29 electoral votes. Donald Trump narrowly leads. This current electoral map, now Tulsi Gabbard in the lead at 83 electoral votes, and Donald Trump at 76. We now have poll closings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time from the state of Arkansas. The state of Arkansas, as expected, Donald Trump is the projected winner. This adds to Donald Trump's total, putting him at 82 electoral votes, 1 electoral vote away from Tulsi Gabbard, who is at 83 electoral votes. Keep in mind, 270 electoral votes or more are needed to win a presidential election. It is now time for our 9 p.m. poll closings, ranging from New York all the way over to Arizona. The state of Kansas, a very crucial part of the red wall here, 6 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. Again, a lot of discussion about this state possibly becoming a swing state. It did not happen. Donald Trump wins this at the top of the hour. Even though Tulsi Gabbard is a candidate that can appeal to progressive-type voters, it seems like this state will remain with the GOP. The state of Nebraska, 4 out of their 5 electoral votes will go to the GOP as of right now. The Nebraska 2nd District is currently too close to call. We'll get to that in just a moment. Another part of the red wall here, South Dakota, 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump the projected winner. Out of North Dakota, 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump the projected winner here. If you win in North Dakota, you are also winning in South Dakota. Wyoming, 3 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. No real surprise here. This was the largest margin of victory for Donald Trump in the 2016 presidential election. A very conservative state. The state of Louisiana, one of the more southern states, with its 8 electoral votes going to Donald Trump, neighbors to Mississippi and the state of Texas. Now for Tulsi Gabbard, she will carry the state of New Mexico, and its 5 electoral votes went for Hillary Clinton by around 9% in 2016. No real surprise it being called at the top of the hour for Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard will also carry the state of New York, and its 29 electoral votes, a solid Democratic state. Another state that used to be a swing state but now is being called at the top of the hour, the state of Colorado. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner of their 9 electoral votes. Out of the state of Minnesota, their 10 electoral votes will now go to Tulsi Gabbard. A lot of discussion about her appeal to the white working class really seems to be working off now. Again, now this is the first state flip. The state of Michigan now flips from the Republican to Democratic column. Tulsi Gabbard will carry the state of Michigan and its 16 electoral votes, effectively flipping it from red to blue from 2016. And the state of Texas is interestingly too early to call, a solid Republican state. Again, not too close to call, just too early. A 6% difference between the 2 candidates. However, Wisconsin is not too early, but it is too close to call. A state that Donald Trump carried by a mere 22,000 votes in the 2016 presidential election, now too close to call. The state of Arizona is also too close to call, 11 electoral votes at stake, showing a lot more Democratic tendencies, especially in polling data between Tulsi Gabbard and Donald Trump. Very, very interesting. The state of Nebraska has a 2nd congressional district. Nebraska and Maine are very special because they allocate electoral votes based off congressional district. Nebraska's 2nd district is currently too close to call. Tulsi Gabbard actually leads Donald Trump here with 50% of precincts reporting. And on our electoral map, Tulsi Gabbard now taking away from Donald Trump at 152 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 109. It is now time for our 10 p.m. poll closings from Montana, Iowa, Utah, and Nevada. The state of Montana, Donald Trump is the projected winner of their 3 electoral votes, as expected. Out of the state of Utah, 6 electoral votes, Donald Trump is the projected winner. The state of Texas, now, which was previously too early to call, is now being called for the Republican candidate, President Donald Trump. He will carry the state of Texas with its 38 electoral votes, a big one for the Trump campaign. But Tulsi Gabbard will carry the state of Virginia and its 13 electoral votes. Again, a former swing state now being called for Tulsi Gabbard. Typically, the Republican counties are in, which is why it is not called right away. But as of right now, she has a very promising lead. The state of Iowa is currently too close to call. Donald Trump narrowly leads Tulsi Gabbard in with 65% of precincts reported. And the state of Nevada is currently too close to call. 6 electoral votes, likewise to Iowa, with 13% of precincts reporting, an exact tie. Tulsi Gabbard narrowly leads by a handful of votes, but a statistical tie of 50% to 50%. And on our current electoral map, Tulsi Gabbard is at 165 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 156. It is now time for our 11 p.m. poll closings. The state of California, 55 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. This is a huge win for the Democratic Party. The state of Oregon, 7 electoral votes. Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. Tulsi Gabbard will also carry the state of Washington, a very progressive state, now going for her in the presidential election. Joined by the state of Hawaii, yet again, another progressive state that did very well for her in the Democratic primary. As you can expect, she is from the state of Hawaii. 4 electoral votes for Tulsi Gabbard. However, out of the state of Idaho, Donald Trump is the projected winner here, 4 electoral votes to add to his numbers. And if you look at the current electoral map, Tulsi Gabbard has effectively passed what Hillary Clinton got in 2016 at 243 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 160. It is now 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we have state calls from the states of Wisconsin, Iowa, Georgia, and Nebraska's 2nd District. The state of Iowa, Donald Trump is the projected winner. 6 electoral votes. Very, very close state, effectively ending up with the GOP. Out of the state of Georgia, 16 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. Again, a historically Republican state, now going for Donald Trump. The state of Nebraska does not have 16 electoral votes, and the state of Nebraska has its second congressional district, which has 1 electoral vote, now being allocated to Donald Trump. But out of the state of Wisconsin, Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. This is another flip from red to blue. Wisconsin, which went for Trump by 22,000 votes in 2016, now going for the Democratic candidate. And on our electoral map, Donald Trump is now at 183 electoral votes to Tulsi Gabbard's 253. It is now 12:19 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have state calls from the states of Ohio and North Carolina. The state of Ohio, 18 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner. A hold for the GOP, but narrower than 2016, but still a win regardless. 18 electoral votes to add to Donald Trump's column. And North Carolina, 15 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner, another historically Republican state remaining in the GOP column in 2020. On the electoral map, Donald Trump has now broken the 200 mark at 216 electoral votes to Tulsi Gabbard's 253. It is now time for our 1 a.m. poll closings and state calls from the states of Pennsylvania, Nevada, and Florida. Out of the state of Pennsylvania, Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. Another flip from red to blue, 20 electoral votes. This is the state that puts her over the top, as we will see in a moment. And the state of Nevada, Tulsi Gabbard is the projected winner. 6 electoral votes for her. There, a little silver lining for President Trump. Alaska, 3 electoral votes. Donald Trump is the projected winner, and he will also carry the battleground state of Florida with its 29 electoral votes. But it will make no difference. Looking at our electoral map, Tulsi Gabbard has surpassed the magic number of 270 electoral votes, which means that Tulsi Gabbard will go on to be the next president of the United States of America. Tulsi Gabbard will be the 46th president, and come January 2021, there will be a new administration in the White House. As you can see, we have one more state call from the state of Arizona at 1:54 a.m. Eastern Time. The state of Arizona will go to Tulsi Gabbard in a very narrow victory. Tulsi Gabbard carries the state of Arizona, and it's 11 electoral votes. And this is our finalized electoral map. 290 electoral votes for Tulsi Gabbard and 248 for Donald Trump. Thank you guys for watching this election night. This video was really, really fun to make. School's pretty much out now, so I'm going to have a lot more time to make election nights for you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions for election nights that you want me to do, or any themes you want me to do, like CNN, this one is the MSNBC 2012 theme, or anything like that, make sure to comment that down below. Also, check out my social medias down below for my Let's Talk Elections Instagram and Twitter. I'm going to start using them more now that I'm able to more now that we're in summer. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I will see you all tomorrow.